Ned, played by Ben Hall, has been drifting away from his girlfriend, Amy Greenwood, Jacinta Stapleton, in recent weeks on Neighbours as she put the brakes on their romance following the arrival of her troublesome daughter, Zara Selwyn, Freya Van Dyke. Therefore, it was only a matter of time before he decided he was going to move on with someone else, but what he might not have thought about was telling his lover. In the typical style of the Channel 5 soap, Amy might find out when it's too late and her boyfriend is going to become a father to the baby of the woman he got pregnant. The drama begins in next week's episodes of the weekday serial drama as Ned gets lost during a holiday to the River Bend, which he goes on with several other Ramsay Street favorites. He isn't completely alone as he abandons the group as Harlow Robinson, Gemma Donovan, is with him, a character he has grown closer to in recent episodes. As they lose their whereabouts, they try to get a signal on their phones but realize they are in the middle of nowhere and there is no chance of someone coming to their rescue. Concern for the missing characters becomes greater following the hostage situation involving Levi Kenning, Richie Morris, and newcomer, Gareth Bateman, Jack Pearson. Amy is one of the first on the scene after the shootout and she wants to know where her boyfriend is but doesn't realize he's gone off with Harlow. Needing some help to find Ned, Amy recruits Toadie Rebecca, Ryan Maloney, to join her on her mission and they set off into the night. As the air turns cold and needing some warmth, Ned and Harlow cuddle up as they continue to find their way back to the group. It's not too long until they end up at a waterfall and in the midst of the romantic setting, the pair give into their chemistry. What soon starts off as a kiss quickly turns into the beginnings of an affair as the youngsters have some fun together. They are not caught out but they do make it back to Ramsay Street with the rest of the holidaymakers, all shocked by the events of the trip. It becomes clear to Amy that Ned seems no longer interested in their relationship, not realizing he has betrayed her by sleeping with Harlow. When she decides to confront her boyfriend about his coldness towards her, he fails to give her the answers she wants to hear. As Amy is left in a dilemma, Ned tells Kyle Kenning, Chris Milligan, everything that happened between him and Harlow. Knowing something needs to be done, Zara steps into the picture as she pleads with Ned to give her mother another chance. He really isn't feeling being in a relationship with her anymore, but when Amy pulls off a huge romantic gesture, he is blown away. Ned happily agrees to give their romance another go, pushing Harlow to the side and failing to tell Amy what happened. Blissfully unaware of her boyfriend's betrayal, Amy will carry on with her life as normal, but she could be in for a massive shock if Harlow turns up at her door with some news. Instead of going to Ned first, Harlow could be so hurt by being rejected she could tell Amy she is pregnant and fly to London before she's thrown into the fallout. It's been known for some time Harlow was going to visit her auntie in the English capital later this year, so this could be the perfect time for her to go. Back in Erinsborough, Ned would know Harlow isn't lying as they did sleep together quite recently and he has been the only person interested in her for a while. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. When she does return from London, Harlow could come back to a very different Ramsay Street, as Ned and Amy could finally have split up. Ned would want answers from Harlow as to why she decided to drop such a bombshell before suddenly leaving and why she didn't go to him first. As they talk things through, the pair could agree they are going to co-parent and have this baby as they feel they're ready to have a child. After years of their families also being at war with each other, this baby could be the thing to bring the Willis and the Robinson clans together forever. But will the arrival of the baby also bring its parents closer together again? Taking to Twitter in response to the storyline, viewer On V wrote, "I think Harlow and Ned make a lush couple. #Neighbours. Let's all have a disco." Posted, "Anyone else think Ned and Harlow seem to be getting rather cozy? #Neighbours." Claire added, "Just seen a trailer for next week's #Neighbours. Was that Ned and Harlow making doe eyes at each other? Can't say I saw that one coming." Eileen remarked, "Harlow and Ned, is there a little spark between them? Well, they aren't related. Harlow is a Robinson and Ned is a Willis." #Neighbours.